What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the challenges of overcoming the challenges of the human experience. Pretty much, I'm gonna talk about at least for my situation, other people what they experience that are going through the similar things I'm going through. But I'm talking about the challenges of the human experience and the challenges of overcoming trauma and challenges of overcoming certain blockages and certain spiritual experiences within connections, like the twin flame connections and soulmate connections and other trauma bond connections, right? And coming from and trying to break free from generational curses and clearing out a lot of blockages that's holding you back. But at the same time, I feel because basically with the twin flame, because with the twin flame experience, the purpose of so based on my research and studies, right? When you experience a twin flame connection, the purpose of it is to release all of your trauma based on what you've experienced from either past lives, from your family's trauma, and from this lifetime's trauma, right? So technically, so that's out of your control because technically you didn't choose to experience those things. People in the spiritual community that in all these videos I've watched, they've said things like, oh, your spirit or God or your higher self or your soul chose to experience those certain situations in order for you to overcome it. And the reason why I said it is because I feel like that's true. But do I agree with it? No, I don't. Because if you're thinking from a logical standpoint too, why is it that a lot of people are experiencing those things too? So technically that's not a coincidence. So clearly there's like a higher power, or there's a certain regulation or a certain thing as human beings we're kind of forced to experience, whether we chose this shit or not. And maybe if we did chose it, it's okay, if we chose to experience certain things and if we don't fucking like it, then why can't we manipulate our life experiences and our life events and destiny and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So this is what I think. I feel like we kind of don't have free will in this life. Yes, we have free will to make decisions. Yes, we have the free will to take action. Yes, we have free will to do certain things. But when it comes to the people we meet, the families we're born into, the society and the type of world we're in, when it comes to real corruption, when it comes to blockages and the societal issues, we don't have control over that. That's out of our control. So we don't have free will. The only person that has control over this shit is the universe and God. You know, that's pretty much it. People may disagree or try to find excuses, but no, that's the fucking truth. Because if God created this realm, and I understand free will comes into play, and in terms of other spiritual texts, you have the devil, Lucifer, demons and angels, and since they have the free will to run this shit, technically God, that's his fucking problem. God has the power to end all this corruption and all the traumatic experiences and generational curses. What causes generational curses is this society, world corruption. That's a fucking problem. So technically it is God's fault. Whether you like God or not, he's a fucking problem. Now, how does this correlate to the twin flame experiences and experiencing other trauma bonds and shit like that? The purpose of trauma bonds and twin flame connections for you to purge out all of your trauma and things you're experiencing, right? So, and a lot of people that experience those things, they all have the same issues, including me. We all come from a dysfunctional family. All of our trauma wounds come from our mother wound, our father wound, and our family ancestral wounds and shit like that. And the purpose of the twin flame connections to help for you to purge all that shit when it comes to rejection, abandonment, neglect, financial issues. That deals with your root chakra when it comes to survival. Because when you experience the twin flame connection, apparently you're purging out all of your chakra symptoms and shit like that. Crown chakra, root chakra, heart chakra, sacral chakra, all those chakra systems. And all this shit has as a meaning as you're purging these out. Because when you experience a twin flame connection, all of your chakra systems or your body is just overstimulated and it's so intense because you experience all these symptoms when it comes to intense sexual energy, when you can't get this person off your mind, you're feeling a lot of physical heart pains. Some people experience sacral chakra pains. Me, I've experienced a lot of heart chakra pains, so that means I'm more sensitive to my upper chakras. Other people, if they're more sensitive to their lower chakras, then they're gonna feel more pain around the sacral chakra and root chakra. Me, I'm more sensitive to my upper chakra, so I feel a lot of pain towards my heart chakra, like someone is stabbing me. I always get checked out by the doctors, and nothing happens. I can't get this person off my mind to the point where I get headaches, to where like I'll try not to think about this person, but this person's forced on my mind, especially with these Mercury retrogrades and these other full moon astrological cycles, which amplifies that shit. And I've been experiencing these types of connections since 2017. So it comes to the point where enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about it, but this is what I'm experiencing. So it's the type of shit where like I feel like I need answers from, because like a lot of there's not as much information. I mean, there's information, but people don't really talk about how frustrating it is and how annoying it is, and when does this shit stop, and why is it happening towards a lot of people? Well, they do explain why it's happening to a lot of people. Apparently it's for like ascension purposes, like a raise of fucking vibration, all this other dumb shit. But it's just like, okay, if Earth was so traumatized and traumatic to where God wants to orchestrate people with fucking twin flame connections and soulmate connections, then why can't the creator of the universe just fucking manipulate to where there doesn't have to be no type of world corruption and pedophiles who rule this fucking world and these Masonic bloodlines? But God is not gonna do that. But you see what I'm getting at? So with this human experience, there's a lot of bullshit that I don't really agree with. There's just a lot of dumb shit. You know, but you know, we're as usual, we're all forced to, you know, live society, follow the rules, and just, you know, keep your mouth shut and just go by. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't question enough shit. I'm talking about specifically within like, I don't know, man. It's just retarded. It's just fucking dumb. It's stupid. So, because with this twin flame connection is like, because it's bullshit, because it made me realize that like all the family trauma I was subjected to and born into, all that shit was out of my control. I didn't chose to experience those things, but I was forced to experience those things. People may say it's because you're strong enough to handle it, or because you're the chosen one, because you have an awareness, or like you're a strong spirit. But all that is bullshit, because why go through all this bullshit just to attract a fucking person that you feel connected to, even though God blocks your soul tribe and the people you feel connected to in person, and God orchestrates all that trauma so you can have a lot of blockages and experience a lot of trauma, so God can really orchestrate you a fucking twin flame situation. Now you two got to purge out all your traumas, and now you two can come back together, or you can manifest a different partner that's more fucking compatible towards you. You see what I'm getting at? That's pretty much what the twin flame connection is. Is that, I know it sounds retarded, but it is. It's stupid. But people actually experience those things out of their control. It's stupid, dude. So it's like, what the fuck is going on, dude? And then you got fucking time speeding up. You got the days going by a lot faster. So you got all this dumb shit going on, man. You got all this stupid ass shit. This shit's annoying, dude. It's fucking retarded, man. Because you got the days going by a lot faster. I don't know if that's going to collapse the system or not. We ain't got time enough for our personal selves. This days is speeding up extremely fucking fast. So there's a lot of bullshit that's going on. The system is extremely outdated, and there's changes that need to be made. Yes, as human beings, we can make the changes, but at a certain point, when does the universe or creator or who's ever responsible in these fucking other realms, when are they gonna step in and fucking help us out? Even though they're the ones that created all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe God or the universe, maybe life doesn't work like that. Maybe there isn't a God or a fucking universe, even though a lot of people come to them for support and grace, apparently. But if they're the ones that created all this shit, then why can't they end it? Maybe when it comes into like life laws and the universal laws and astrological laws, maybe they don't fucking work like that. But at the same time, without a doubt, we can all agree that there's a lot of dumb shit and a lot of stupid shit that takes place, at least in this fucking realm. This is why I hate this realm, because this realm, like, you can't really change anything. You can change, you do have the free will to change or take action, but when it comes to like, when it changes to like external and outer shit, you don't have control over that. Supposedly there's a lot of twin flame connections. Why is the world still the way it is? Oh, it's because I feel like, I personally feel like, because it's very complex, because I feel like as spirits and souls, we kind of just chose to experience certain things just for the fuck of it. So this is why there's no real change for this world. So you may think you have an impact, or you think you could like make a difference, but at the end of the day, the world's still gonna stay the same bullshit. Nothing's really changing for your spirit or your soul to experience. It's stupid though, but I don't know. So there's a lot of weird shit that goes on, but this video, I'm gonna talk about the twin flame connection. It's just fucking dumb, because it's like it's out of your control. One thing it taught me is that it's out of your control, because the purpose of it is to heal all of your trauma and to purge out all of the bullshit that you've experienced. I personally, no one talks about them twin flame videos, but I personally also believe that you're also trying to heal and break free from generational curses. This is why these twin flame connections take so long just for you to heal. Because I've been experiencing this since 2017 up until 2024. I'm still healing. I'm still experiencing heart chakra pains, and just the fact that I'm experiencing a second twin flame connection, that's proof that like there's no way in hell like my trauma runs that deep. Clearly, I'm purging out my family's generational trauma, my fucking past life trauma, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Either that or the human body is in fact that fragile and weak. But if the human body is that fragile and weak, then technically that's God's fault, because God orchestrated the situation to where like God created a human vessel to where it's so fragile that's so easy for the human body to intake a lot of trauma and for it to stay stuck and stored in that human body for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you have a lot of people have like mental health issues and there are damage, and you gotta do so much just to heal trauma. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes years just to heal fucking trauma. So it's just stupid shit like that. It's dumb. You know, it's just, I'm mad because it's like, it's just frustrating. God can't make a situation to where like there's ways for the human body to heal that trauma without us having to do all this extra bullshit. You know what I'm saying? People spent money. People had to sacrifice energy, time, and effort just to heal trauma. Shit, some people actually experience life to where like their trauma, where they can't even do much of life because their trauma overtakes them. That's a real thing. To where their nervous system, their physical body can't really do shit because they experience a lot of trauma. That is a real thing. So that's how scary and weak the human body is. It's very fragile. Like if you get shot in the hand, or if someone's like chops off your fingers, you can't grow that back. If you get ran over by a car by accident, by a drunk driver, or like life happens. So if you work at a job, or if an accident happened, if you're like a construction worker, you could lose a body limb, or anything can happen, and like you can't get that back. Or if you burn like your face off, if you burn your skin off, you can't get that back. You know what I'm saying? So like it's scary. You know, so it's just like this human experience is just fucking like, it's just fragile. It's completely fragile. So also so there's a lot of bullshit that takes place in this human experience. Not just with that, but then obviously you got like money corruption, enslavement, all this like all the societal issues that needs to be addressed, but it's not fucking changing. It's not our fault, because we're subjected and born into this shit. Yes, we're doing a good job of speaking out the system and taking action, but honestly, the God and universe, they have this to say so of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's stupid. I understand what God is trying to do. More likely, God is trying to make people experience all these generational trauma so he can overcome it, so he can teach other people, and a lot more people are breaking generational curses and having more high vibrational relationships and all this other bullshit. But that's not really doing anything. Even if it does anything, it's happening at a slow rate, or it's happening in divine timing, which that's not going to really do much, because we still got to overcome and deal with some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just retarded. So it was like, but yeah, but this twin flame connection is retarded though. It really is, because it's like, because everyone that's experiencing these twin flame connections, I'm not dumb. I do my research. I've compared my life to other people's lives, and I observe. So like, it's just like we all experience the same things when it comes to family trauma. So clearly we didn't ask for this. It was forced upon us. As we experience all this bullshit, you got to go through life attracting all of bullshit because of your trauma, based on your narcissistic, retarded ass family members that God forced for you to be born into. So as you're living life, you're attracting all this bullshit. And once you meet multiple romantic relationships and situations, it's so traumatic and chaotic and abusive to where it spiritually awakens you, and now you got to heal from all that shit that God or the universe pretty much force you to experience. So it was like, yes, even though if you do overcome it and you teach other people and you make money off of it, even that's the case, like, one, it happens at a slow rate, and it's not easy because it's a slow, painful process. But also you just running in circles and hamster wheels, because it's like, what's the point of all this shit? Yes, you're making money in this bullshit ass system and you're helping people, but it's just like, that's not really doing much. Even if it does do something, it happens at a slow rate. You know what I'm saying? So is it even worth it? You know, I'm not trying to be like pessimistic or anything, but I'm just saying like there's a lot of bullshit that as human beings we go through that we really shouldn't have to go through. But it's just part of this human experience. It's not in a way to where like, oh, it's too hard or challenging. It's not that. It's just, there's a lot of bullshit. There's other ways we can experience life without us having to go through all this bullshit situations in this fucking timeline we're in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's retarded. This is why a lot of people are miserable. A lot of people feel lost in life. A lot of people feel like pessimistic, and a lot of people hate this system. They hate this world. A lot of people think they're happy, but they're not, or like they gotta act a certain way. And a lot of people are annoyed and they're just fed up with this fucking system because of this fucking human experience, because of this fucking timeline we're in. All this dumbass shit, man. So that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.